The mortal's eyes went wide. He glanced around him, as if the other ghostly nobles that filled the halls of the dead would be of some assistance. When they avoided eye contact, he swallowed hard, his thin neck working, and spoke. Would you like a story? About? The gods? Rhagos knew all the stories of the gods. He'd lived them. Fighting the urge to roll his eyes, Rhagos pulled his hood over his face and took his leave from his throne room. The anchor attempted to follow. Rhagos raised a hand. I do not require you. He strode away, ignoring the irritating pull that reminded him he was leaving his anchor too far behind. Time and space could be warped in the underworld, and as a result, his anchor had to stay even closer than most. A dark scowl creased his divine features. Was he not the god of the dead, the lord of the underworld? Why must he bow to so many rules even in his own domain? It was ridiculous. It was not to be borne. He needed a solution. He paced the halls of his keep, looking for ways to solve this problem. It was a small one, as far as divine problems went, but an irritating one that seemed to grow larger by the day. He thought of that buffoon, Aaron of the Cleaver, who'd given back the eye he'd stolen from Rhagos millennia ago in exchange for his anchor. A female with pale blonde hair and a lean figure. She hadn't even been beautiful or well-spoken, but there had been something about her that had entranced Aaron to the point that he was willing to wage war on the gods to retrieve her. That intrigued Rhagos. What would it be like to have a companion that one actually wanted to spend time with? That one valued the words coming from his or her mouth? He'd met Aaron's female, kept her in his realm for a time because she was dead and thus part of his domain, before Aaron had stormed his gates, demanding her back. He'd found her curious. She was unafraid of Rhagos, unafraid of Aaron, and so full of a certain spark that he couldn't stop thinking about her. He'd gotten his eye back, his vision whole once more, but sometimes he wondered if he'd made a poor trade. What would it be like to have a companion, a real companion, someone that would have actual conversations with him instead of simply telling him what he wished to hear? Someone that would look at him with welcome in their eyes. Someone that would smile when he walked into the room. Someone that was a friend and lover both. Someone to ease the lonely ache in his soul.